We're at the bracket.
Let's go. It's time to work through the first annual, and it won't be the last, JP and the Beans Absolute Character Madness. All right, so Beans.
Yes.
Let's start with the worst co-parent bracket. All right. From the top, we have a pair of doctors in the house.
How that worked.
That's incredible. Dr. Doom and Dr. Octopus. Between those two, who would be the worst
Well,
to
Dr.
co-parent
Doom.
with?
Well, Dr. Doom is a king,
Okay, that's pretty good.
but he's also very possessive.
Yeah.
Okay? And then
Yeah.
we also
Yeah.
have the crazy mad scientist with 4 extra arms.
Uh-huh.
But that means he can
Yeah.
handle a lot more because he has 4 extra arms. And I've seen you with 5 children.
Uh-huh. Yep. You'd like the extra arms. I agree. Doc Ock, I think, just has a little bit more humanity left in him. Dr. Doom.
You think so?
Dr. Doom should be the better parent because you'd have servants, right? He's got all these kings. He
Right.
should be having them take care of things for you.
And the kids are going to have manners.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Doc Ock's just a little bit of a wild card. I think he's the
True.
worst parent.
You think he's a worse
I
parent?
do. I think Doc Ock is the worst one. Dr. Doom just presents so much potential. Even if you wouldn't follow through on it, I think Dr. Octopus is the
makes more
worst.
sense. I
co-parent.
forgot the argument we were making. So yes, that makes sense. Yes, worst co-parent, Dr. Octopus. I was going for the
Octopus.
better one, but that makes sense. Yes,
Well, you can approach it that way. It just
they both have their doctorates, though. That's impressive.
right. You got some intelligence there. Just makes you wonder how it's going to go. All right, next round: Sinestro and Batman.
So Sinestro
Bad
is the embodiment of fear,
Uh-huh.
and Batman is also the embodiment of fear.
I think your kids would stay in line either way.
True.
Yep, because they're just terrified to ever do anything
Right.
wrong.
And he's had like 12 kids that he adopted.
Uh huh.
So,
Yeah, there's an altruistic side to Batman that you really got to appreciate.
and Sinestro had one daughter.
Uh huh.
And ended up betraying him for
Yeah.
the good people, and then went back to the bad people for a little bit. But
Sinestro's easily the worst parent. I mean, Batman's got Alfred, right, who's
Yes.
a good co-parent,
right,
and Sinestro's just a true bummer. So,
Yes.
sorry, Batman.
For
but
that-
Sinestro's the worst co-parent here.
Batman's out.
Clearly. Sorry, Bats. Round 1 upset. Sinestro. Bummer. Okay, Atrocitus and Spider-Man.
Well, Atrocitus leads the angry Lanterns,
Yeah.
and Spider-Man is all about great power and great responsibility.
Right, he's going to teach
So-
your kid good morals.
So
He's-
Spider-Man's definitely the worst one.
He's right. He's the one you don't want to parent with.
Yes. So definitely angry lava spitting guy.
Yeah,
is probably
he might
the
have.
least lesser.
You'd have to worry about your kid killing you
Or
because
him,
of Atrocitus.
or him killing the kid.
Yeah, not good. Okay, Atrocitus. You're
Yes.
you're the winner because you suck.
Agreed.
Sorry, bud. All right, how about Green Arrow and MODOK? Now, hear me out. Here's the argument for MODOK being the better parent. Green Arrow, communist.
Green Arrow's a communist?
Green Arrow's a communist.
What do you mean he's a communist?
I mean, he's a communist. He has communist, very strong communist leanings. He's not all about the good old US of A.
Really?
Really. Socialist, communist, I forget exactly which one. But politically, he'd be a tough one to parent with.
He's a commie.
Yep. MODOK, I don't know. I mean, that's just a weird. I'm not sure I'm uncomfortable with MODOK as a co-parent. I feel like you could almost program MODOK to do what you want.
You think you could program him?
I think you
Because I
maybe
don't know
could.
if you
I
could
think you
program
maybe could. Whereas Green Arrow, it's like he's okay. So he can teach the kid some good, survival skills. But morally, what are we teaching the kid here?
I'm still amazed that he was a communist.
Yeah.
I'm still wrapping my head
Yeah.
around that.
Yeah.
Because MODOK, is also crazy, big head,
Yeah.
little legs.
Yeah.
He's not catching anyone.
He's not helping you in the genetics side.
Right. And he's a pushover.
Ugh.
Green Arrow's at least rich
And on the good guy side.
and on the good guy side.
Yeah, you got good influences around. Yeah, MODOK.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm going to Google that later. Is Green Arrow a communist?
Don't quote me on that. It might be socialist. He makes it tough. Okay, Plastic Man and Iron Man. This one is fun.
This is tough, actually.
It is because these are both the fun dads here.
Right.
Really, the tough part is that you're not going to be able to be the fun parent because how can you be more fun than Plastic Man or Tony Stark?
Right. Plastic Man has had a son and in Injustice does a lot for his son.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, good on him.
Yes. And then you have Iron Man,
Who probably has children everywhere.
right, is an alcoholic, depending on the time of his life.
Yeah.
Right? And
Not
we're
very
talking,
faithful spouse.
right, and we're talking about comic Iron Man, not
Right.
movie Iron Man, because they really dadded him up in the movies.
They did. Movie
He's not
Tony.
like that
Yeah.
in the comics.
No.
But he has lots of money, which is like,
I think Tony's the worst co-parent. He's very unreliable. Plastic
I would say
Man is hilarious, and frankly, just like provides more utility.
and learned from his mistakes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think Iron Man necessarily learns
No,
from
Iron
his
Man's the
mistakes.
worst co-parent
because his
here.
ego's bigger.
There is no doubt. Yep.
So, a lot of love
Tony.
for Plastic Man.
Yeah, good on you, Plastic Man. Sorry that you lost in the first round. Okay, a couple more bad guys paired up together. How about Darkseid and Killmonger?
Okay, Darkseid owns a planet
Uh-huh.
that's full of evil people.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Killmonger, who...
I mean, it's in the name. He just kills folks.
Right.
Left and right. And
Right.
Darkseid, I think this is a slam dunk. Like, Killmonger is obviously a bad guy. But Darkseid in the comics gives his kid away.
That's right, they traded.
Right, they trade kids, and the
They
kid
traded.
that he receives put straight into the torture chamber.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, it's Darkseid.
And
In a
it's gotta
slam
be.
dunk.
No, I
Yeah.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
Killmonger's bad news, but Darkseid, as far as parenting goes.
Also, I can't name what Killmonger has done in the comics, so I can't be like, oh.
Yeah.
Like he
yeah.
fights Black Panther. Ah.
Yep. He's just a general bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right. Ooh, here's another not great father. Ra's al Ghul and Starro. Interestingly enough, Starro's quite a prolific father.
Right.
Right.
So,
There are hundreds of his children.
that's true.
Hundreds.
Ra's al Ghul.
Yep.
See, here's the thing, though. Your kid
Now, do you go
actually...
Ra's or Raz? Because it's pronounced differently in different movies and games,
This
right?
is
Like the
true.
video games say Ra's, right?
This has never been consistent.
No, never has been.
I say Ra's.
Yep.
I think.
The Dark Knight trilogy did Raz, which Ra's is probably closer.
It's that damned apostrophe that
Uh-huh.
does it.
Yeah, it's
So-
not helpful.
Mr. Al Ghul.
Yeah. See Al Ghul.
Yes. The fact, if your kid falls, cracks his head open, dies.
Yeah.
Okay? He can
Yeah.
bring him back to life.
Sure.
That's clutch.
Sure.
But we've
Yeah.
seen what he's done with Damien's DNA, and that's a little concerning. Now, we have Starro.
Right, because when you get to the grandparent stage, you're like, hey, this is supposed to be the sweet spot for us.
and he's
You've done the years as the parent. It's
Worse.
now you get to be the grandparent. You get all the good, none of the bad. And you're right. You're right. He's worse. Yeah.
But then we have Starro, who just does mind control stuff. But from what we can tell, they stay intact.
Very devoted parent.
Right.
Yeah.
He just wants
Yeah.
all his kids.
Starro doesn't have the looks. You're not going to get genetic bonuses with Starro, but you're going to have a reliable, wants to be there kind of parent. Ra's al Ghul kind of, pimped his own kid out to Bruce Wayne. Not a great look.
True. This is true.
Not a great look, and a bad grandfather. I think it's Ra's al Ghul.
I agree.
Yeah.
That might be an upset.
Wow. Yeah. Who knew? What it's heard.
This last one's hilarious too.
Hela and Gore.
Okay, Hela, goddess of death, kills people. Gore,
Pretty tough
his
hang.
son died, and then in response decided to kill a lot of people.
Yeah. They don't have a great family track record. I could see this one going either way. They're both bad. They're both very much not good co-parents.
Okay.
Yeah, not a lot of positives here.
From what I know,
Yeah.
Hela in the comics
Yeah.
got it on with Thanos. So
Oh.
that's not a good track
Oh,
record, right?
jeez.
Even for a little bit, right?
No.
And then, see, I think Hela's worse
She is.
because
Yep.
she's in charge of dead people.
Yep.
At least Gore only went off the deep end because he
I
lost
was going to
his
say,
kid.
he wanted his family, right? He was devoted to his family. He just didn't handle the disappointment of their death. Which, who amongst us would handle that well?
I mean, we got another one over here that kills everybody too because of that. So.
Yeah. I think Gore's clearly the better parent. Hela's just, she's the worst. Just as Thor says.
She is the worst.
Yep, it's Hela. Wow. Yep. Okay, great matchups in the worst co-parent bracket. Let's move on to our best partner in crime bracket. So who would you feel most comfortable, most confident pulling off the perfect crime with? So Here we go. Baron Zemo or Wonder Woman.
So here's the question: do they have to commit the crime with me?
I think it's up in the air.
Okay. So, because if it's personality based here, Zemo's obviously better than Wonder Woman. Because Wonder Woman's gonna be like, we don't steal.
Right.
I have a rope that will make you tell me if you're gonna steal. You know what I mean?
And you want someone that has some kind of, like, her abilities are very loud, right?
Right.
I'm not sure how helpful that is in the crime. Now I'm thinking of kind of a heist type crime.
Okay, yeah.
Right? I can't think of
She did fit a sword in a dress.
True. That was well done. No, good pull on your part. But Zemo, I mean, he successfully impersonated Bucky Barnes, set him up to take the fall in the movie.
That is true. He did kind of commit the perfect crime.
Yeah.
In Civil War.
Yeah. Wonder Woman's just too moral. It's got to be Baron Zemo here.
I think so.
I agree. Yeah. Zemo's the guy. Good on you, Baron Zemo. All right, next pairing. The Mandarin and the Flash.
See,
Mandarin's got magic rings.
but I think he's a greedy son of a bitch.
He's a backstabber.
I think he's going to take stuff from me.
Yeah, he's a backstabber.
The Flash is in and out.
Yeah.
The Flash is in and out.
This is a beatdown.
Right.
This is a beatdown.
Right. It's just quick.
Mandarin's a jerk. The Flash, it's like, you can't be seen.
And for the right reasons, I think he would steal.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt. Yeah.
Right.
It's the Flash. He wins. The Mandarin, why even participate, bud?
And this is Barry Allen.
Oh.
I'm assuming we're going off Barry Allen.
Yeah, we'll go Barry Allen.
Yes,
Flash.
yes.
You bet. Okay. Here's another fun one. Deathstroke and Brainiac.
Okay.
Brainiac's known for stealing things.
Right.
In cities.
And he's smart. So you know the plan's going to be perfect.
He's going to think it through.
Deathstroke, if he wants somebody killed, he would be good.
Yeah.
Like assassination. But
Yeah.
if we're going off like a heist,
Right.
I'm on Brainiac.
Yeah. Deathstroke's going to make a mess. Brainiac's
This
going
is
to do it
true.
pretty, Well, here's the thing. I would say Brainiac's going to make it pretty clean. He's not going to be subtle about it, but he's going to be successful.
He will be successful.
He's very successful.
Yes, we're going for sneaky.
Yeah,
Deathstroke,
his
but-
profession is abductions of individuals and freaking cities. That's a pretty good track record. So Brainiac, good partner in crime. Bad guy. Good partner to have on your side in this case. All right, the Wasp and Blade.
Okay. I feel like Blade's got that sneak factor as well. But the Wasp can shrink down into a very small size, get in and get out.
This is a tough matchup for Blade.
Yes, I think so too.
Yeah, Blade in a different round with a different opponent could come out really well here. But the Wasp, when you've got the shrink ability, that's built for heisting.
It is.
Right? It
100%
just
is.
Especially if you want to get away with it. Like Blade, let me rephrase that. Get away with it without someone knowing. Blade, if he's your partner, people are going to know.
Right.
Because again, he's going to make a mess.
For sure.
I think it's the Wasp here.
For sure.
Yeah. Good on you, Wasp. Good partner in crime. Sorry, Blade. Tough matchup for you, bud. Tough matchup. Okay, Black Adam and Nightwing.
I think this one's a no-brainer.
This is a Nightwing.
Yes.
Oh,
Really?
Whoa! Oh, you're going Black
I was
Adam.
going to say Black Adam because he's
Interesting.
going to want to commit the crime and Nightwing is
Interesting.
not gonna.
You don't think so? See,
But-
Dick Grayson,
He's an acrobat.
he's an acrobat, and he willingly went undercover when he was presumed dead.
Damn, you provide solid points.
Yep. He infiltrated the spy network that Batman was trying to learn more about. I
And
think.
Black Adam's not subtle.
No.
No, he's not subtle.
No. Now
Okay.
he brings the power. You'd probably be successful. Whatever crime you're trying to pull off, you're just gonna have the law on your heels for the rest of your days.
You've persuaded me. I will
Okay.
take Nightwing.
Okay. All right. I love how we were just so.
I love how we thought that we...
Right. We thought we were aligned, and not even close. That's great. Good for Nightwing. Okay. Here's another. I think pretty. I think this is pretty cut and dry. Zatanna.
I would also go
Juggernaut.
Zatanna because Juggernaut
Yeah.
is just going to blow through the wall. That's the only thing he's good
That's
with
his
is
only
getting
move.
away and
That's
getting
his
in.
only move.
Right. Zatanna, she's a sorceress. She can say things
Yeah.
backwards.
You got magic on your side.
Right. And she's in and out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good partner in crime. Zatanna's good. I think she's going to go a long way in this quadrant. She's built for this. Okay. Next, Joker and Reverse Flash.
First of all, two of the most backstabbing people in comics.
Right.
Joker
Which
or
one can you
Reverse Flash?
trust least? The correct answer is yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna I would pick Reverse Flash because
Yeah.
of the speed, and this dude's too unpredictable. The Joker is too unpredictable.
Yeah, because you don't know if he actually wants to pull off the crime, right? He's all about, he's all about the chaos, so it's more of the thrill of the, hey, what could make this go worse?
Right. At least the Reverse Flash has set goals and will achieve them to a
Yeah.
certain extent. Joker ain't doing that.
Yeah, I agree with you though. Still not a great partner because
No.
he's going to betray you, but so is the Joker, and probably going to make it worse. So yeah, in this case, Reverse Flash, he's the better partner in crime, but yeah, not to be confused with a good partner in crime. Expect him to be beaten in round 2. All right, Kingpin and Superman. Listen, Superman's not even going to get on board. If Wonder Woman's going to have moral
He's
qualms,
the Boy Scout. That's
he's
his
the
whole
worst
thing.
partner in
His whole
crime,
thing.
isn't he?
Yeah, and Kingpin is
I'm
the
sorry.
guy of crime.
He's the kingpin of what?
Crime.
There it is.
Crime.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kingpin.
Kingpin.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Although he's definitely not subtle. He's a big boy. But he has a bunch of henchmen that is going to do it for him.
He at least, the Kingpin knows when to, make the noise, when to send the message.
This is true.
And when to deploy the subtlety. And in particular, he knows how to set other people up to take the fall.
There's a reason he was the main villain
Yeah.
in all of the Amazing and the Spider-Man 90s cartoon.
Right. He's good at what he does.
Yes.
Yeah, he's good at what he does. All right, excellent. Moving on to worst roomie. So we've got Aquaman paired up with Dr. Fate. Worst roomie.
Okay.
Well, Aquaman's going to want you to live in the underwater, which is tough because I can't breathe underwater.
And he's going to fish over.
Yeah.
And they smell like poo.
We know he smells bad.
Yes.
We just know.
And Dr. Fate.
And he's always going to have his girlfriend around because Mara's always there. You're this third wheel in it.
Right. And Dr. Fate's kind of one of those guys, though, that you're like, oh, he's just in his room. Like, he's just going to stay in his room. He's not going to do anything. The worst thing that could happen is he summons some sort of weird magical creature.
Right, there's noises
that
coming from
throws
his
you off.
room that you're
Right.
like, hey, bud?
Why are you doing this at 2 a.m.?
Everything okay? And also, I'd like to go back to bed.
Right.
Yeah, just pick your time differently. And you know what? He would probably respect that.
Right.
Yeah.
He would be respectful.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on if the helmet's on or not. If the helmet's on, he might not care at all.
Sure. I think more often than not, he'd be the safer roommate here.
I'd say
Aquaman's
so.
just a bummer of a roommate.
It's really the smell.
Yeah, the smell's not good. Sorry, Aquaman. You win, sort of. All right, Aquaman moves on. Captain America and Parasite.
Well, Captain America is going to keep his room nice and tidy. He's the guy who tucks his sheets in too tight. So if anyone else were to try to get in there, they're not taking the sheets off. Parasite, well, it's in the name.
He couldn't be worse.
No, this guy is the guy that you buy milk and he drinks half the gallon and didn't pitch in for the milk.
Yep.
Okay? This is
Yep.
the guy
He
who
never pays you.
Nope.
No, forgets his wallet.
Yep, and then uses your towels when you just cleaned them.
No, just a dick.
It's
Just
in
a
the
dick.
name. Parasite.
Yeah.
You're a
He's
parasite.
the worst. Captain America would probably even make you a better person while you live.
This
in
is true.
there,
Captain
right?
America would be a fantastic roommate.
Yeah, one of the best.
Parasite.
Get out.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Bane and Supergirl.
See, this one's actually tough
I agree.
because it's either
They're both moody.
one because he's on roids, and this one because she's a girl. So, and we all know that women. I couldn't even finish that. Okay, so
In our situation, right, where it's a female roommate, probably not going to be a
and
great
just a
parent.
roommate, and
Right.
not like a
Right.
a lady that you're into.
Right.
It's just
Right.
platonic. Yeah, tough.
She's going to have the boyfriend over.
Oh god, that would
Yeah.
be the worst.
Yeah.
Especially because Supergirl's attractive too, so you definitely have a crush on her.
Mm.
Bane, you're gonna get jacked with.
You know what? He is going to look for a workout partner, isn't
Yeah, you're gonna get
Yeah.
jacked. The only downside is when he's on roid rage, because that will happen.
he? Yeah. You just need him to share with you. I don't know how he is at sharing, but
I don't know if you want to share Venom. No.
he'd at least be you could at least have a friendship there. Supergirl, that'd be, to your point, it's just going to be awkward. It's not going to end well.
No, I would say yes.
No,
I
Supergirl's
agree.
the worst roommate here.
That might be kind of an upset for some people.
I agree. All right. Thanos and Wolverine. These are two crappy roommates, man.
Yes.
These are two terrible roommates.
Remember how we said she's going to bring her boyfriend over?
Uh-huh.
This dude is the guy. Wolverine's the guy that's going to bring a different girl home every other night.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have
Rudely. It's never going to be thoughtful either.
Right. And then you're trying to like wingman for him a little, and be like, oh, you must be Bethany, and it turns out her name's April or something like that.
And he told you her name was Bethany. That's the thing.
Yep, right.
Yeah, and he set you up for failure.
Because
he wasn't trying to mess you up. He just can't remember.
And then there's cigar butts everywhere, beer bottles everywhere.
Yeah, not a great vibe, not a great smell. He's picking fights with you because that's just who he is.
Oh, he is smelly.
Yeah.
I forgot about the smell.
Right.
And then we have Thanos.
And I got one more thing on the smell. Not only is he smelling, and so you're smelling him, but he has a phenomenal, like, mutant hyped up sense of smell. So here's what's really annoying. He's going to tell you that you smell. And you're going to be like, hey, I've been tolerating your stinky butt.
He smells.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah. Bad roommate.
Right.
Bad roommate. Okay, Thanos.
Thanos might be worse.
Yeah.
He's obsessed with death.
Uh-huh.
You're going to have to hear him plotting all the time. Right? He's just a plotter.
Guys, I got this new great plan. Hi, how'd the last one work out for you? Not well.
You know that's how he is. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
He's dreaming world domination.
Yeah.
Without obliterating half the universe.
At least in this case, I think you would be relatively safe from his plot.
This is true.
Like, you're almost so close, he knows you're not a threat, right? Unless he's suspicious of you telling someone about his plan and spoiling it for him.
I think he's probably tidy too. He seems like he's got his shit
He is
together.
ordered. He is ordered.
He's got his shit together.
Wolverine's worst roommate here.
Yeah.
There is no doubt. Yeah. I think that's another kind of
upset.
That's not what I would have guessed coming into this. Okay, Moon Knight and Doctor Strange. A couple of freaking weirdos here. Okay, just weirdos.
Yeah. Moon Knight, personality disorder. You don't know who you're getting.
You don't know what roommate you get.
And what's going to happen. It's a mixed bag.
And there's no like prior warning of, hey, Tuesday it's this personality, Friday it's this one.
Dude, you could be mid-conversation, it could switch on.
That would be fun if you knew. Like, if you could map it out, that would be interesting.
Because you could plan on when not to be home.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Doctor Strange, who just does wacky crap all the time.
He's just an isolated guy. Like, not a good friend. But you know what? He might actually make a good roommate because of that. Because he
has
keeps
one,
to himself.
He has Wong.
Ooh.
So if you're living in the sanctum, you're probably safer than safe.
Yeah.
I think
Wong would be a good hang.
I agree. I think Moon Knight's the worst.
I don't disagree at all. Yeah, Moon Knight's the worst roommate there. No question. What a freak. Jeez. Okay, Hulk and Hawk Girl.
So you have a guy that, when he gets angry, blows up a room.
Yep.
Or you have a Hawk Girl who lays eggs randomly around the house.
They both have anger issues.
Yes.
They're both very upset people often.
Yes. And she has a mace, but he goes through t-shirts like, I drink water.
Boy, you hope he's not borrowing your clothes.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can't let him borrow your clothes.
Boy, no.
And he'll be like, oh, but we're the same size. And you're going to be like, no. I know what you did to the last t-shirt that I had. I still can't fit into the pants that I gave you.
And you can never win an argument with him, right?
No.
Because listen, if you argue with him, you lose no matter what. You argue with him, he's going to get upset. He gets upset, he's going to turn huge, and then everybody loses, including him.
And Hawk Girl's a woman, so it's like...
and Hawk... and Hawk Man...
Right. Oh, he's going to be
is out there. Time. He's over constantly.
And you know he's a douche.
Yeah.
He's going to be a douche.
Yeah. This is a tough one, right? This is tricky.
Yeah.
At least when you get Bruce Banner, at least you get like the tidy bud. Yeah. I don't know how to go with this. I need you to break the tie in my mind. I'm tied here.
I think I'm going to go with Hulk being worse because because it's kind of plays into the Moon Knight thing.
Sure.
Because he also has the multiple personality disorder, and just because Bruce is out one day, it doesn't mean that Joe Fixit ain't out the next day.
This is going to be a fascinating second round matchup between Moon Knight and Hulk.
100%.
Wow.
100%.
Wow. Love that. Okay. Hal Jordan, Red Skull.
Okay, so we have a army pilot or a Nazi.
Uh-huh.
So do I want cool airplane stuff and a guy to take me on flights, or a guy that's going to have
the Nazis,
Hitler's paintings hanging up
every time,
hanging up in the middle of the living room?
Really all that needs to be said. Nazi. Bad roommate. Bad roommate.
And also, imagine looking at a face every day. He doesn't have a nose. That would just...
It's disconcerting. I don't think you could really get used to it. A jerk. Not a fan. Not a fan. Okay, last competition here in round one for worst roommate. Can't speak. Black Manta and Lex Luthor.
See, this I think is tough too. Because you have
Yeah.
Black Manta, who his stuff's probably going to smell, but you know he cleans it.
And
He seems like he would clean his stuff.
he's
you know?
often in the water, but that's not his preferred environment.
Right.
Yeah.
You're probably on a submarine.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe. But,
You see the world. You know. Yeah. You're probably living on a submarine. Okay.
But he's all
okay.
about vengeance. You know
Sure.
that.
Yeah, that would get old after a little
Right.
while.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we have Lex Luthor, who's like super smart.
Mm-hmm.
You know you're
He's clean.
everything's going to be taken care of.
He's just going to be experimenting on you in some way you don't expect. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ooh, when you put it that way.
Yeah. I mean, either of these guys are trustworthy. Black Manta's not here's what I think. Black Manta, not a very fun hang, right? Because he's always talking about wanting to get vengeance on Aquaman. Lex Luthor, though, I mean, he might be kind of similar because he's always talking about how he can't wait to take down Superman here. Either one of these guys, bad roommates because you're just hearing about their stuff constantly.
Right.
Constantly.
I think here's where it comes down to.
Yeah.
Black Manta, if he gets pissed at you, is going to stab you.
Yes.
Lex Luthor, if he gets mad at you, you're going to be Bizarro the next day. You're going to be set up for an explosion. He's going to throw you off the roof and be like, Superman can catch you. I'm going to say Lex Luthor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's close. It's really close, but Lex, he's just an absolute bummer. Okay, so that's the worst roommate category. We whittled that down nicely from 16 to 8. And the last category is best real name. All right, first matchup, Thor and Ultron.
So we have Thor Odinson, and we have Ultron. Or do we want to go with Thor's original human name from when he first started in comics, which was...
William Blake.
Was it William Blake?
I know it was Blake. Blake was in there. Dr. Blake. Yeah.
Is it William Blake? Well, if it's William Blake, we're going off of Ultron's got a better name. But
Thor's, it's just such a strong name. The Odinson thing is kind of weird, but that's just the mythology of it. Donald Blake, not William Blake. I have William Blake in my head.
You got the Blake part right.
I
I didn't know. Right. I was just curious.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's Thor here. Ultron is a cool name for a robot.
It's a lot like Cher, though.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got to be Thor here.
Or Usher.
Yeah. Thor wins. Per usual. Ultron loses. Nearly wins, but loses again. Okay. Batgirl and Black Bolt. Now, Batgirl, we're going to go with Barbara Gordon. Okay.
Obviously.
Yep. It's strong, good name for Batgirl. Now, help me out with Black Bolt's pronunciation.
I know there's a third in there.
Yeah, it's tough.
Blackagar Boltagon, I believe the third. I believe the third is in there. It does not say that here, but it says Blackagar Boltagon.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that
it's
is
pretty
awesome.
badass.
Oh, that's incredible.
It's pretty badass.
Yeah.
I thought there was a third in there. It feels like there should be.
I feel bad for Barbara Gordon here because she has like a quality real name. It's not. It's solid.
It's basic.
But it's not Blackagar Boltagon.
No.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, it's almost too on the nose.
It is. It's a silly way to abbreviate it. Like, why not just call him Blackagar? But okay, Black Bolt, so be it. Okay, Loki and Daredevil, a.k.a. Matt Murdock.
Matt Murdock's kind of a badass name.
It's pretty good.
And it's mainly the last name. Murdock's a pretty badass name.
Matt's very basic, but Murdock, that's a really strong last name.
And then you have Loki Odinson, which we
already got the Odinson in here.
You gotta think, is Loki a badass name?
It's not.
Because I feel like it's going to be used for puns all the time.
It just reeks of weasel.
It's
not good. No, this is a Daredevil win, pretty clearly. Matthew freaking Murdock for the W. And it really sounds good in his lawyer persona, right? Matt Murdock, attorney at law. That's pretty darn salty. Maybe just pair that up, right? Loki Odinson, attorney at law. Sucks.
It's true.
Sucks.
He'd be a horrible attorney.
Terrible. No one would trust
that
guy.
He actually might not be bad in court.
He'd be good, but he wouldn't get me clients because of the name.
Right, it's true.
Yeah, pretty terrible. All right, Green Goblin, a.k.a. Norman Osborn, and Martian Manhunter, a.k.a. John Jones.
Okay. So we have Norman Osborn,
Mm-hmm.
which Norman's kind of like the Green Goblin, and your name is Norman? Ew.
Norman's just, that's a tough one.
But then you're like, John Jones is a basic name. But here's the thing with John
It's all in
Jones.
the spelling.
It's
all in the spelling.
J''O''N. I've thought about naming my kid John, spelled that way.
And then the Jones, J''O''N''Z.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, this is our guy.
It's kind of a no-brainer.
No, 100%. Love it. Good for you, John Jones. All right. How about Magneto and Shazam?
So we have Eric Lensher
Yep.
versus
Billy.
Billy Batson. Now,
We talked a little bit about Billy earlier today.
Eric is cool because
Uh-huh.
he's got that.
Yeah.
It's E-R-I-K.
Mm-hmm.
And Lensher's, it doesn't roll off the tongue, but
But it gives you an immediate feel for, oh, this guy has heritage, right? He has German heritage. It speaks directly to the past of his character
True.
that leads into the present. So I love that name. Billy Batson, it's a classic comic alliteration, the double B's.
it's honestly beautiful in that sense.
Yeah, it's well done, but I personally prefer Eric Lensher.
Eric with a K.
Yeah, Eric with a K. My boy Herd. This is for you. Mag freaking Neato. Stepping up.
It's pretty neato.
All right.
Um,
Punisher, aka Frank Castle.
badass name.
Yeah, doesn't matter who he's matched up against.
Versus Black Panther, T'Challa, which
Good.
is also a badass name.
Yeah.
What is does T'Challa have a last name? Or is he also
Just
like Ultron?
T'Challa. Just
think so?
Cher.
I'm
Just
gonna,
Madonna.
I want to double check that because I feel like he's got to have a last name if he's a king, you know?
Frank Castle just sounds just like who he is. The guy's gonna kill a ton of people.
That's true. That's true.
I lean Punisher here. T'Challa is good. It's solid. And a lot of people would probably disagree with me. This is one of those close matchups where it's going down to the wire. The competition is fierce. But for me, Frank Castle and Punisher are such a phenomenal pairing of alter ego and character. So,
it's just T'Challa.
yeah.
I thought there's a last name.
Which way would you like to go? Because I'm all on board with the Frank Castle here.
Frank Castle's got some weight to it.
Yeah.
I was hoping T'Challa was going to have a sweet last name, and that's kind of what slows me down here. If he had a cool last name,
Tough break, bud.
I think he'd win.
Yeah.
But Frank Castle's just got some weight to it.
Sniping him down. Boom. All right. How about Deadpool, your boy, Wade Wilson, and Captain Cold?
Which this is, I'm going to tell you, this right now is a walk-off.
This is
This is a
even
walk-off.
close.
Because it's Wade Wilson
Yeah.
or Leonard Snart,
Leonard.
which sounds like Shart, which means he loses. Okay?
Leonard.
It literally sounds like a poopy fart.
I can't believe Leonard is a comic book character's name, but it's true.
Leonard's fine. It's Snart for me that's like, ooh. And
Leonard's
then
not a good start, but then Snart.
it's oof.
Yeah.
It's tough.
No. Okay, I'm gonna need you to Google this one because
Yep, I'm on it.
Yep. I'm pretty sure I've got it for Ghost Rider.
That should be like Deborah.
There are several iterations of this character. Cheetah, okay? Barbara Minerva was the iteration that we saw in Wonder Woman 1984 and is probably the most well-known from the comics. Priscilla Rich is another version of the Cheetah character, but Barbara Minerva, I think, is I think the original Cheetah. I'd have to do a little more research to know
That's
for
what
certain.
we have right now.
And then we got Johnny Blaze as Ghost Rider.
We had another Barbara on here. That's kind of crazy.
Interesting. Good catch. Yeah, a couple of Barbaras. I don't think
mean-
Barbara wins this one.
No.
Johnny
you have
freaking Blaze?
You have Barb, and then you have Blaze.
Yeah.
Johnny Blaze.
No,
that
it's-
sounds like a motorcycler,
it's-
which he is.
Freaking the Blazer every time.
Oh, for sure.
Love it.
And that's our round one.
How about that? That's a quality round
I would
one.
say so, yeah.
Absolutely. So we whittle it down from 64 to 32. 2 weeks from now, we'll go from 32. I think we're going to make it all the way to the final.
You think we'll finish it?
We're gonna get pretty dang close. We might leave the final four for a third pod episode, but I think we can rip through some rounds here in short order and have a heck of a lot of fun doing it.
I feel confident.
It's great. Well, that was fantastic, Riles. Great work, JP and the Beans' first annual March Craziness Bracket. You're welcome.